Good morning. In the earlier lecture, we discussed the continuous statement with two examples. Today, let us go for the next article. Next article is nested do loop. The general format of nested do loop is this one. You are not needed to show these arrowheads. I am showing this for your understanding. Nested do loop. When one do loop is enclosed inside other do loop, such structure of do loops is known as nested do loop. When we have two do loops such that one do loop is completely within the other do loop, one do loop is completely inside the other do loop, such a structure of do loop is known as nested do loop. So, whenever we have one do loop enclosed completely inside other do loop, that structure of do loops is known as nested do loop. So, here I have shown the structure of nested do loop. This is outer do loop, this is inner do loop. And we find that inner do loop is completely inside the outer do loop, and therefore this structure of do loop is nested do loop. When we use nested do loop to perform certain tasks, certain rules are to be obeyed by the nested do loops. Let us go to the rules of nested do loops. First rule: First rule of nested do loops is do loops should not be overlapping. There should not be overlapping of the inner do loop with the outer do loop. There should not be overlapping of the outer do loop with the inner do loop. How is the overlapping? Let me show you how is the overlapping. If you construct nested do loop this way, there is overlapping of inner do loop with the outer do loop. There is overlapping of outer do loop with the inner do loop. Outer do loop starts here, it ends here. Inner do loop starts here, it ends here. So, there is overlapping of the inner do loop with the outer do loop. There is overlapping of the outer do loop with the inner do loop. Such overlapping of do loops is not allowed. This is the first rule. Do loop should not be overlapping in nested do loops. If do loops are overlapping in nested do loops, this structure will not work and the tasks for which this structure is constructed will not be completed. Error will occur there. And therefore, we must remember there should not be overlapping of the inner do loop with the outer do loop as shown here. This is not allowed. This type of overlapping of the do loops is not allowed. Then let us go to the second rule. Second rule for nested do loops. We can use same statement as last statement of inner and outer do loops. Fortran allows to use the same statement as the last statement of inner as well as outer do loops in nested do loops. Let us see how to use this rule. Second rule, we can use same statement as last statement of inner and outer do loops. Fortran allows us to use same statement as last statement of inner do loop as well as outer do loop. For example, let us come to this example. This is outer do loop. This is inner do loop. Outer do loop starts here. It ends here. Why it ends here? Because 10 is the line number of last statement of outer do loop, and therefore outer do loop starts here, ends here. Then inner do loop starts here, ends here. Why? Because the line number of last statement of inner do loop is 10, which is here. That is, outer do loop starts here, ends here. Inner do loop starts here, ends here. That is, the last statement. The last statement is same for inner do loop as well as for the outer do loop. This type of structure is allowed by the second rule. This type of structure of nested do loops is allowed by the second rule. That is, we can use same statement as last statement of inner and outer do loops. Fortran allows us to use same statement as last statement of inner as well as outer do loops in nested do loops. Okay, so this is example of second rule. After having studied second rule of nested do loops, let us try to study third rule for do loops. And it is third rule for nested do loops. Name of running variable for inner do loop should not be the same as for outer do loop. Here, in the examples we studied so far in nested do loops, we have taken only two do loops. One do loop is completely embedded, completely enclosed in other do loop, giving us inner do loop and outer do loop. This is name of running variable of outer do loop. This is name of running variable for inner do loop. If I use running variable for outer do loop as I, running variable for inner do loop as I, this will be wrong, this will be incorrect. v1, v2, v3, v1, v2, v3, these are the variables having different values in outer loop and different values in inner loop. Values of v1, v2, v3 in the outer loop are different than their values in the inner loop. So this thing is not going to matter. But when I use variable name I here for running variable in the outer do loop, I cannot use the letter I here for running variable of inner do loop. That is, same name cannot be used for running variable of inner and outer do loop. If we use same variable names for running variables of inner and outer do loop, that will be wrong. It is not allowed by the third rule. That will cause error in the execution of nested do loop. It is not allowed. What is allowed? It is allowed now. Why it is allowed? Because name of running variable in the outer do loop is I, whereas name of running variable in the inner do loop is j. These two names are different. Name of this running variable, name of this running variable is different. Name of running variable for outer do loop is I, whereas name of running variable for inner do loop is j. These two names are different for the running variables of outer and inner do loop. This is allowed. This is about the third rule that we must remember, that we must use while constructing the nested do loops. This is about the nested do loop. When one do loop is completely enclosed, is completely within, inside other do loop, that structure of do loops is known as nested do loops. I have shown with example. Okay, then three rules are there: rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, which should be observed, which should be remembered while constructing the nested do loops. I wrote all the three rules one by one and explained them with proper examples. So these things should be remembered while constructing and using nested do loops. After having studied the nested do loop and its rules, let us try to write a simple program using nested do loop. This is a simple program using nested do loop. Let us try to understand this program. C is a comment line, and what is the comment? Program to print number sequence. Program to print number sequence. Here I have written the program such that 1 is to be printed only once, 2 is to be printed 2 times, 3 is to be printed 3 times, 4 is to be printed 4 times, 5 is to be printed 5 times. Of course, on the same line. And what I have done for that purpose, I have set outer do loop. Do 10. 10 is line number of last statement of do loop. I is equal to initial value 1, final value 5, increment omitted. As increment omitted, it is 1. By default, if increment V3 is omitted, by default it will be equal to 1. Then I have set an inner do loop. Do 10. 10 is the line number of last statement of this do loop. That is, these two do loops uses same statement, same line number as the last statement. Variable name for inner do loop, j is equal to 1 initial value, I final value. What is I? I is here. It is allowed. Increment is not shown, it is omitted. It means that by default for this loop, increment is 1. Write asterisk comma 2i. That is, where I have to print value of I using format 2. And what is format 2? This one is format 2. To format 1x, leave one space, skip one space, then print I in I3 form. I3 form in 3-digit integer form. Then continue inner loop first till it reaches to its final value, till the inner variable reaches to its final value. After that, go to the outer loop. Continue is first used to continue the inner loop till the running variable reaches to its final value. After completion of inner loop, this continue will work for outer do loop till the running variable reaches to its final value. Stop, end. Now let us see how does this program works. J is equal to 1. Write asterisk to I in this format. What is value of I here? 1. So 1 is printed. This is the output. 1 is printed here. 1x, one space left. Okay. Then this I is printed here. I is 1. Continue. The control will go to inner do loop. J will be incremented by 1. Now what will be value of this j? It will be equal to 2. Okay. Why it is 2? No, not 2. The loop is completed because value of I is 1. So initial value is 1, final value is 1. So 1 is printed only once. Inner loop is completed. The control comes to continue again and send to outer do loop. As control goes to outer do loop, I will be incremented. It is incremented by 1. So value of I will now become 2. So here now value of I is 2. Here it is also 2. It will come to here, j is equal to 1. It is I is printed. Control goes after this and this, it goes to here. From it goes back to inner loop. Now j is incremented to I. What is value of I now? Value of I is 2. J is 2. Here, as you come here, I is still 2. It is printed here in this format. 2 is printed again after skipping one space. Control comes here, goes to inner loop. What is maximum value of I? 2. It is already completed. Okay. So, instead of going to inner do loop, control will go to outer do loop. What is value of I now? 2. It is now incremented by 1. It will become 3. Now I is 3 here. Write I in this format. 3 is printed after skipping one space. Continue, go to do. J incremented by 1, it will become 2. Print I. What is I? 3. One space skipped, 3 printed. Continue, goes back to inner do loop. J now again incremented to 3. Then write I. This 3 is printed once more, skipping one space. Now, if the control goes to inner do loop is completed. So, now the control will go to outer do loop. Now, value of I is incremented from 3 to 4 because the increment is by default 1 as V3 is omitted. So, I will now become 4. J is equal to 1, I 4. 4 is printed. Actually, the same line is continued, but I have not. The same line is to be continued for printing, but I don't have space here. So let me start from the second line. 4. Control goes back to inner do loop. J incremented to 2. I is what? 4. 4 is printed. In this format, continue, control goes to again inner do loop. J will be incremented to 3. I, what is I? I is 4. It is again printed in this format. Continue. Control again goes to inner do loop. Now J will become 4. What is value of I? 4. This 4 will be further printed. Okay. Then J reaches to the final value and therefore the control now leaves inner loop. It goes to outer loop. I incremented to 5. J is equal to 1 to 5. That is 1 initial value, 5 final value. Increment is by default 1. And 5 is printed according to this format. 5 is printed here. Then continue. Control send to inner do loop. J will be incremented to 2. What is I? 5. 5 is further printed with this format. Continue again to inner loop. I incremented to 3 now, but J incremented to 3 now, but what is I? I is 5. So this 5 is printed according to this statement. This is repeated. And when this J becomes 5 and this I is printed, the continue send control to outer do loop. In outer do loop, the running variable also has reached to its final value. Therefore, control instead of going to inner do loop, outer do loop, it comes to stop, finally end, and this will be the output. 1 printed only once, 2 printed 2 times, 3 printed 3 times, 4 printed 4 times, 5 printed 5 times. So, if you change this value 5 here, you can continue this sequence to any number. If 6 is there, from 1 to 6 the numbers will be printed. 1 printed only once, 2 printed 2 times, 3 3 times, 4 4 times, 5 5 times, 6 6 times. If I write 100 here, the same thing will be repeated. 1 printed once, 2 2 times, 3 3 times, 4 4 times, 5 5 times, 6 6 times, 7 7 times, 8 8 times, 9 printed 9 times, 10 printed 10 times, and so on. Okay, so I have constructed the do loop such that the number sequence will be printed. 1 printed once, 2 printed twice, 3 printed 3 times, 4 printed 4 times, 5 printed 5 times, and so on. This is a simple example of a program on nested do loop. Actually, we can write many such programs on nested do loops. I think this is sufficient about nested do loops. So we shall stop here. Thank you.